Hello, and welcome to the first live stream of 2018 for me. I think it is. Maybe not. Okay, if you're creating videos for your business that you want to see succeed, I'm here to let you know that there's a little more to it than just pressing record on your phone or your camera. And so today I'm going to let you know the 5 things that you need to be doing before you even think about starting, to press that record button. And at the end, I'm going to let you know how you can get a copy of this guide that I'm going to run through with you. So that's coming up. So if you're the first time here, first time meeting me, hello, I'm Francesca, and I help solopreneurs and small business owners to create videos better, faster, easier, and that are more effective in getting their message out to their audience. I got some people tuning in here, so do say hello and where it is you're from. Hello, Henry. It has been a while. Great to see you in here. So if you're watching this on the replay, then do feel free to use the hashtag replay so that I can make sure that I don't miss any of your questions so you can get them answered. Now, just a bit of housekeeping. If this is your first time here, then make sure that you do hit the like my page button, because this is going to be a weekly thing I do every week, coming out with strategies for you on making videos more effectively, tips and strategies to complement also my videos that are on YouTube. So I'm going to go weekly on YouTube, weekly on Facebook, and this time 9 a.m. And I'm sorry that I said 10 a.m. in an email. If you guys are waiting for that 10 a.m. stream, I had to bump it earlier a bit because I've got to take my daughter to swimming. So hello, we've got Stein, hopefully I said that right. Hello, where are you tuning in from? And Linda, hey from Auckland, how you doing? So, let's get into the good stuff, because I don't like to keep people waiting, So, if you followed me for a while, then you'll know that I totally advocate that anyone can create videos. And anyone should be creating videos, is absolutely true. But, like I said, there is a bit more that you need to do before you actually press that record button. And I know that you can all create really awesome videos. I have, absolute faith that everyone out there can do it. It's just about knowing how to do it right. So we'll start with the first one. And this is probably the most important step before you actually, bring out your camera or your phone to take your videos. And that's to know why you're making a video. So video is totally hot right now. And let me know in the comments, have you started making videos yet? Or are you still kind of, I don't really know, I'm thinking about it. Let me know in the comments, because more and more people are making videos, and it is, a great asset for being a business and a tool to reach your audience. But you can't just be making videos because, my competitor's doing it, or I have to do it because I'm an online business nowadays. That's not the right reasons for making a video. You need to be making videos that are actually going to speak to and engage your audience. And the best way to think about it is, what do you want your audience to take away? So is it that you want them to feel inspired by your message and feel the need to, I want to know more and work with you? Or is it that you wanted to answer a question for them they're constantly trying to find an answer for online they can't find anywhere else? Is it that you're trying to sell them your product or your service? So think of it from the idea of your audience member. What is it that you want them to take away from your video? And that will be the reason that you want to make those videos. Stein says, hello from Tauranga. Excited to learn more as you want to get started on video ads. Awesome. So video ads, are big on lots of channels, Facebook, YouTube, and feel free to ask me your questions at the end of this stream. So the next one, sorry, I'm looking at my notes, make sure I don't miss anything for you guys, is you've decided what your purpose of your video is, why you're making that video. Well, now you need to plan it and script it. Now, when I say script it, don't freak out because it doesn't mean that you need to do a big, long script that you need to memorize. Everyone's a bit different. So I like to script my videos completely, and I can memorize a lot now. When I was starting out, not so much, but some people like to just write key points and they can talk off the cuff. So it totally depends on how comfortable you are with being on camera, but you do need to plan it or script your video. And I can tell you that if you're the type of person that can't kind of just speak off your head and be like, I know I'm going to talk about this point and I know exactly what I'm going to say, and I'm going to say it really succinctly because you want to get your message across quickly, then I recommend scripting, at least scripting your entire video, getting it all out of your head onto paper. And even if you don't follow it word for word, you will have at least had it nice and, concise and coherent rather than just kind of thinking in your head while you're on camera going, what was I going to say there? Oh, no. I've forgotten. That's what I find is most helpful, is scripting out your whole video. So definitely make that plan for your video, what you're going to say and how it's going to look. Now, the next thing is finding the right place to film. Now, I'm totally an advocate for, film anywhere, anytime, get your message to your audience, and be where they need you to be. But finding the right place to film, it just comes down to just a few simple things, which is basically lighting and audio. So you want to find somewhere that has good lighting, and it doesn't have to be a bought light. It can just be natural lighting, and somewhere that has good audio. So by good audio, I mean somewhere that's not like super crowded, super busy, lots of traffic or foot traffic, that people aren't going to be able to hear you. So I have a list of places that I use for various videos. So when it's a nice day out, I have my outdoor locations. When it's a rainy, terrible day out, I have my indoor locations. And so I always have those go-to places where I know I'm going to film, and people will be able to hear me, and they'll be able to see me well, and I'll be able to just focus on what I'm doing and getting my message across. But if you're out and about and you're like, oh, I just feel inspired to make a video, then just thinking about those things, well, what in my area that I'm in right now would be, away from the noise? You might be around noise, kids playing, who knows? And what would give me some good lighting? So that's all you need to think about. It's not, you don't have to have a studio set up. Don't feel like you need to go and buy a whole bunch of lights and stuff. Don't need to do that. Just know that you have a good place to film. Aha, the next one. I love this because people don't think about it. And it's just a quick test of your equipment. Okay. So there's nothing worse than, I've done this. This is why I tell people is that you plug your microphone in, you think you plugged it in, you didn't quite plug it in all the way, or it was the wrong microphone, because if you're plugging a microphone into your phone, sometimes it isn't compatible if you've been using it on DSLR. Long story short, you never know when something's not going to work. So all you need to do is just hit record, do a quick, hey, I'm Francesca, and this is me recording my video. Just a little, quick few seconds on your video, just to make sure everything's working. Because you don't want to reel off this amazing take of your script and you did everything perfect and you were so proud of yourself, only to find out that you didn't press, the record button didn't work properly, or your sound wasn't recorded, or you had terrible lighting, you couldn't actually see yourself, it was just black, and any number of things can go wrong. And it's just a quick, plug in, press record, make sure everything works, and then you're away laughing. So, and then the last one is, this is for people who haven't been on camera before. So I know that Andrea's been on camera, because Andrea's in here, and Linda's been on camera. Oh no, Andrea's not in here, sorry. Linda's been on camera, and Henry, I think you've been on camera as well. I'm not sure about you, Stein, but the best advice I can give you is just take a moment to breathe before you actually get on camera. So whether you're going live or whether you're going pre-recorded, and even no matter how comfortable you are, just taking that 1 second or 3-5 seconds, however long it takes you to kind of, before you actually start, and it's going to make a world of difference to your brain and just your general presence on camera. And that's what I do every time I get on, just to settle my breathing, because I get excited and really super nervous when I have to go on camera, even on live, for about an hour before I get on. I get super nervous and super excited about it, and I just need to take that second before I hit that go live or record button, just to sort of be present, center myself, take a moment to actually breathe before I go into what it is I'm doing. And you'll find that just taking that oxygen in is actually going to help your brain as well. So that's my 5 things that you need to be thinking about before you press record. Now, because I have a few people in here, I would love to know, are these things that you've been doing? Have you thought about doing them? Or you're like, oh man, I never thought to test my gear, or I never ever, thought about what my audience needs to take away from my video. Let me know in the comments. Is this something that's kind of tweaked you and gone, oh, I can do that. I can totally, align this with what my audience wants, or I can totally think of a place to film. I'd love to know your thoughts on that, and then let you know where you can get this guide as well. So Henry has said, reason for making videos. Oh, you're so awesome. Look at you, Henry. Henry has just put everything I've said, into the chat box for me so everyone can read it. So it's all there just to recap, which was, you need to have a reason for making videos. So what is it your audience want them to take away? That's the easiest way to think of what the reason is for the video. You script it, even if it's just key points, or write your entire script out, but have that plan of what is going to be in the content of your video. Find the right place to film, and that just comes down to making sure you have, lighting that people can see you, and that it's not too noisy wherever you are. And a quick test of your equipment just to make sure that everything's recording quickly. You don't want to get to the end of your shoot and be like, oh man, I just lost everything. And, or you don't have enough space on your phone. That sometimes happens too. And then take a moment to breathe before you actually go on camera. So, hey Wendy, nice to see you in here. So I've made this into like a nice handy guide for you so that you can stick it up in your office, or you can have it with you. But it's just this little thing here, nice little PDF you can print out. And I'm going to put a little link in the chat box now, but I'll also put it in the description for those watching on the replay, where you can download that, where you can sign up to download. Full disclosure. Sign up to my mailing list. I give it to you for free. So you can go to that link and go and check that out. Thanks for all the thumbs up. Wendy says, it's my sound is what bugs me. Sound is your biggest issue, is it, Wendy? Is that kind of what you're saying? And great advice. I need to hear this as I'm making a short video this weekend. It's a draw from my online course from a survey I did last week. Excellent. Good for you. I'm glad to see you getting out there and making videos. That's really good. It makes me proud when I see people just jump in there and start making videos, take my tips, and try and make it work for you guys. It's really awesome. So Wendy says, yes, sound is what bothers her. Sound, I love answering people's questions. So sound in what way? Is it that you can't find a quiet space, or that when you record something you listen back and it sounds terrible to you? I'd love to know. I love answering people's questions. So do let me know what it is exactly about the sound that is the issue for you. So let me know if you have any questions about what I just covered, or other stuff like Wendy was just saying. I'll hang around for another 5 minutes. So I'm going to do 15-minute live streams every week. While we wait for people to just put in their questions, if you have an iPhone X, 7 Plus, or 8 Plus, definitely check out my video over on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. I'll put that in the description as well. I have 4 tips on how to make better quality videos using your iPhone. It's labeled iPhone X, but it's totally relevant for 7 Plus and 8 Plus as well, because it's a dual camera thing. Wendy says, I'm using the phone mic and lapel and sounds worse. Henry, yeah, type in your question if it's unrelated. Wendy, you're using the phone mic. Okay, don't use the microphone on your phone. Bad idea. Not a great quality microphone. But you're using a lapel and it sounds worse. So it might be the quality of your lapel. Did you buy a super cheap one? And the other thing is, it might be sometimes depending on what you're recording on, I'm going to assume your phone. If you get a cheap lapel microphone, it gives you a lot of, not static, what's the word I'm looking for? The levels are too high, and so it's distorted. And that could be a cheap lapel. What kind of lapel was it, if you don't mind me asking, if you know the brand? Because I know a lot of lapels. The one I recommend, so to start out with, you can absolutely use the headset that came with your phone, and use that like a lapel. That's what I teach people to do. Otherwise, you can buy what I recommend. It's called the Movo LV1. And I can find a link for you, and I will put it into the description. And it's cheap as far as lapels go, but I'm actually using it right now. It's a really good microphone for $20. No, not even $20. I think it's less than $20. I think like $15. And it's a really good microphone. So I'll put a link for that in the description below, or into the comments right now for you. And then I'll also put it into I'm just looking it up. Here we go. Into the description for people on the replay. And this is one I recommend. So there you go, Wendy, that one's for you there. Henry, what was your question? Unrelated, but that's okay. Unrelated as in unrelated to the content of this thing, or unrelated to video? Related to the iPhone X. It's a dual camera question. Yep, okay. Do dual camera smartphones like the iPhone X give a depth of field? I use attached lens. Okay. Yes and no. So you will get a slightly shallower depth of field if you use that second lens, because you're zooming in from further away. But you can actually attach a little lens onto it to cheat it, and it only works with dual camera lenses. A little lens. I might put it into my free group Henry, I'll put because I'll have to find the link to it, but you can actually get a really cool depth of field effect that my friend told me about. Jason, can't say his last name, can't remember his last name, but I'll share that link into my free Facebook group for those of you who are interested in my free Facebook group where we talk about this kind of stuff and, you know, get to learn video tips. There is a link on my Facebook page, but let me just grab it for you. It's called Business Owners Who Succeed with Video. So the link is Succeed with Video, and I'll put that in there now. So Henry, I'll come back to you about that because I'll find the cool little attachment that I'm talking about, and that will help you depth of field even further than the dual camera lens, because it only does it like a little bit more without forking out hundreds of dollars. Okay. Alrighty. Well, it's been great having you guys here. I really appreciate you guys showing up, because it shows to me that you're dedicated and committed, you know, and interested in learning how to make better videos for your business. So I'm really proud that you showed up. So thank you very much. Thank you for your questions. I love having feedback. And I will see you all again next week. Henry, I know you're in that group. That link is just for other people who haven't yet joined the group, and I will definitely connect with you inside there with the attachment that I'm going to tell you about. So thank you so much again. Happy filming for those of you going out there and filming videos currently. And I look forward to helping you again next week. I can't remember what I'm talking about next week. I wrote a list somewhere and I can't remember, but I know it's going to be awesome stuff. And you know what? If you give me 2 seconds, I can even tell you what it is. Can I? I can. Here we go. I'll even tell you. Next week, I'm going to be talking about what gear to buy. There you go. So do you need gear? What gear do you need for different shoots? What do I recommend? What do I use? And what do I recommend? So I'm going to talk about that next week. So I look forward to seeing you guys here again next week, and have a great rest of your Wednesday or Tuesday for those in the Northern Hemisphere. Okay, catch you later. Bye.